Sagittarius, what is up, little fire guys? Alright, let's get on with your reading. Let's get on with your bad self. Alright, so, my little archers, what are we aiming at today? I feel that your energy is good. It feels at least optimistic. I don't know. In comparison to what I was feeling during the Aries reading was just confusion. But I don't know, tapping into your energy, even right now, I feel like this optimism. Let me see. Let's read from the Rumi. This has become almost like, I read this as religiously as the Bible. Pun intended, because I'm not religious at all. But I'm very spiritual. I feel like religiosity is what ruins the connection, you know? It's kind of like when you're in a really good relationship and then you decide, we should get married. That's what religiousness is to me. It's like, why? Why ruin a good thing? Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, back to you. Back to your energy. Let's see. I even went and had a little smoke break to tap in a little bit before I got on here. Boil nicely now. Ooh, okay. Look at the chickpeas in the pot, how they leap up when they feel the fire. While boiling, one of them rises to the top and cries, "Why are you setting this fire under me? Did you buy me for this tumbling and torture?" The housewife keeps hitting it with the ladle. "No," she says, "boil nicely now. And don't leap away from the one who makes the fire. It's not because you are hateful to me that I boil you, but so that you might gain favor and become nutritious and mingle with the central spirit. This affliction is not because you were despised. When you were green and fresh, you were watered in the garden, and the watering was for the sake of this fire." But, dude, that's heavy, okay? Can we talk about that for a second? That was heavy, Sagittarius, okay? It's like, sometimes we have to undergo some suffering, some hardship. Sometimes we have to be put in the fire, right? And you're a fire sign, you know the fire. You know the fire, right? And it's kind of like saying, yeah, during those times where you were feeling nourished and watered, right? And you felt like things were going good, it was literally to get you ready to put you in the fire, right? It's it's like making a sword, right? I feel like that's one of my favorite analogies when it comes to God. It's not my own analogy. I'm paraphrasing it from other people. But you know, when you take a sword and you put it in the fire, you know, and you have to hammer it down, and you've got to, ow, sorry, my dog is attacking my feet. But you've got to hammer it in the fire, right? And you've got to beat it with it. You know, you've got to put it through some shit, and then you put it in the water and you let it reharden, and then you see how it's doing and stuff, and then you put it on the grindstone and you sharpen it, and you're taking pieces of it off, and you're getting down to that base layer, that fresh, clean, soft, smooth layer underneath, right? And that, like, in this sword, right? Sure, it would love to just be taken out of the fire, not beaten, I'm sure of it. But if it didn't go through that, it would just break. You know, it would just break. It would be weak. It wouldn't have gone through the tempering, right? Like the temperance card, which is the Sagittarius card in the tarot, right? You have to go through the tempering. You have to go through the shit. And then a king puts you in his hands and is like, "This is the finest sword." You know why it's the finest sword? Chosen by the king? Because it went through the fire. It went through the hammering. It went through the grindstone. It went through all that shit. Right? That is why the king chooses this sword in particular. Right? That is why this is a sword that the king is like, this is the one for my battle, right? To help me win my wars, to help me, you know? Think about that. Think about that analogy and really soak that up for a minute, right? You didn't go through this shit for nothing. Man, I don't even need the fucking cards today. I swear to God, I'm already on it. I'm already on it. Okay, you know what? We are going to start with the Martian deck, though. Fuck, I'm feeling like... Yeah, dude, you're going through... You've been through the fire. You know the fire. You've been beaten down. But then it's like, but you get taken care of. You get sheathed. You're the one that's protected. You know, the king ain't gonna let you leave his side. Hell no. The king's like, this is my motherfucking sword, right? This sword doesn't go to the enemy, right? That's the sword that gets passed down to the son, right? That's the sword, you know. And yeah, you'll have to be resharpened. Right? You have to be resharpened because a sword does get dull in battle. So you have to go through the shit all over, you know, but not nearly as intense as that first time. That first time through the fire is the hardest time, right? Once you're past that first, that first shit, everything after that is just sharpening. It's just sharpening, just keeping you sharp, keeping you there, keeping you ready. See, like I said, I'm feeling this optimistic ass energy. I don't know. Mantis beings. Enigma, elusive and sensitive. Vesica Pisces, divine feminine, birthing and fertility. Syrians, artistic integrity and honesty. Alright, so with the Mantis beings, I'm seeing like you might be one who like no, that's not you. Okay, here's why. You're a divine masculine sign. I feel like this is really calling me to the attention of what has your attention, right? The divine feminine. I just feel that, right? This I is calling my attention. It's like, I feel like I'm talking to a more masculine, you know, individual or individuals. Whether you're male or female, you're a Sagittarius, right? that's like an Aquarius being a divine feminine. That is unheard of. That doesn't happen, right? Hell no. No, but and if it did, that would be crazy. You must have some water up in your sign or in your charts, you know. But with the Mantis beings, though, it's like feeling like it's like you're being elusive, or you're dealing with somebody who's elusive. Somebody who feels like an enigma in your life. You're like, 1 second they're there, and the next, I don't know, whatever, bye. With the divine feminine showing up, though, it kind of reminds me of that runner-chaser kind of relationship that happens between the feminine and the masculine. With the Syrians A showing up, it tells me that you have integrity and honesty, and you're here to create, right? It's like, or you're dealing with somebody who's, you know, because I do see feminine energy in this card too. So if this is still describing this feminine energy, they're very like creative and artistic, which is the same as like birthing and fertility, because birthing and fertility isn't always having babies. Right? This is birthing a project to life. This is bringing your baby to life, all right? Like, this could be a business. This could be, you know, whatever, an invention, whatever. Just, this is something created from seemingly nothing. There's a quote in the Rumi actually where it talks about, it was by Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, in the Quran, and he talks about how women are creative, or not, yeah, because he's talking about like that feminine energy, right, which we're talking about right now, and that women are creative, they're not created, and I feel like that's a huge difference from how the Christian church would see women as being created from man, which is crazy because men come from women, and that's where Muhammad, I think, got it right, because he's like, no, they're creative, not created, right? They're not the one that's created by the other, and I mean, in some aspects, yes, we need the masculine for the feminine to live. We need the feminine for the masculine to live. And within ourselves, we have the duality of both, the polarity there. I don't see gender in the same way that I think the human race sees gender. I see it literally as the difference between the left and the right side of the brain, right? One is the creative force, one is the active force, one is, there's just, one is business and organization and detail and structure and research, and the other is spirituality and creativity, and it's a little bit more chaotic, and it's a little bit more abstract, and it's all that shit in the in between, and it's like, and these two forces come together, right? And that is the masculine and feminine energies coming together. And since I see masculine and feminine energy as literally energy, not a gender, that makes me a little bit different in my perspective here. And so I hope that you're understanding as we go on. Like, I'm not saying boy, girl, boy. I'm saying left brain, right brain, like da. Alright, since we're kind of tapping into the abstract, I'm going to use my most abstract deck. I feel like you're kind of just now awakening to a different perspective. Like, kind of seeing things from a different viewpoint. Like, whereas you may have once felt like life was happening to you, now you realize that life is kind of happening for you. It's like a shift in your perception here. Holy shit, bro. Okay. We're talking, apparently. The Spirit's like, let's just throw out all these cards right now. Damn, Sag. Y'all are a whole ass vibe today. Okay. Let me set that shit up. This is crazy. You might actually be a divine feminine Sagittarius. I'm saying that because the Queen of Wands shows up, right? Wands is fire. You're the fire sign here. You might actually be a divine feminine Sagittarius. That is crazy. Whether you're male or female, you're meant to create something. You're meant to bring a project to life here, whether that's a business endeavor or whatever. It's like you bring something. And you nurture it like a mother would, right? This is your baby. This is your project. This is your thing. I really like this energy, though. With the Nine of Voices in reverse. Look, it looks just like the Queen of Wands, too. Like, no shit. But with the Nine of Voices in reverse, it's like, yeah, you had to overcome a lot. But I feel you in this energy of just trusting the universe, right? Like there's a lot of trust, right? And it's because you're coming from this honest place within yourself, within your soul, And the more you come from an honest place, the more you're able to trust in the universe and trust in the process. The Hanged Muse in reverse. This is why obstacles are removed for you in your ambitions. Two of Wands in reverse. I feel like you have a decision to make here in regards to something. The Eight of Cups in reverse, or somebody does, because it's like this not wanting somebody to walk away or not wanting to walk away from somebody. Like not wanting a cycle to be closed off here. And feeling like you removed obstacles that would have closed this off. And so I feel like you put in effort for this, right? With the Magician, it's like you have all the resources that you need at your beck and call, really. Like, you have all the resources you need. And I see you in this energy of manifesting. Three Voices in reverse. It's like trying to get redemption for a heartbreak, perhaps. Or trying to, like, have a different result. It's like almost like scientifically pursuing love. Okay, this is where you're definitely a Sagittarius. Because though you're the divine feminine Sagittarius, you're coming from a position of like a more masculine position in this. Where it's like you're still looking at it very analytically and not very abstract. It's still very organized, right? This is interesting. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's like you're still, like, you felt like you're trying to avoid somebody bringing their sword, right? Like, you're trying to avoid, like, getting cut off. You're trying to avoid, that. Let's see. Alright, so what is your advice from Spirit then? So 10 of Wands is actually showing up, telling you to break old patterns, right? To break karmic cycles here. With the Seven of Wands, it's telling you to really look at every opportunity, look at every path, because there are more than one pathway. There's a few different pathways being opened up for you right now, right? So don't be quick to reject certain offers coming towards you, because I do see an offer coming towards you, and it's saying like don't reject it. In the upright, it would be your advice would be to reject something, but in the reverse, it's like telling you not to. It's like being open to a new path here. With the Muse of Emotion showing up, that's the twins with water flowing out of their heart chakras, right? And so I feel like it's preparing you for your twin flame. Right? I feel like that's really where this journey is headed, and you're being called to end karmic cycles, end karmic patterns so that you can get there. With Saturn in retrograde, a lot of people right now are revisiting the past to find resolution with it, to find, could this have worked or did it end for a reason? And a lot of people will find that certain things had to end for a reason so that they could embark on these newer doors that are opening, because some paths are just, you don't see it yet, right? Just like some people, you don't know them yet, and so you're basing a lot of things off of people you already know, when you're not being open to the possibility that you don't know them yet. I'm gonna pull out some collie cards on this. Smashana Kali. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation ground. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. So get ready for Kali to shake some shit up for you, man. That's intense. Alright, let's see. Damn, every time I do the Sagittarius readings, I feel like y'all are just on some next level shit. Like, you're a whole different kind of breed, right? Like, as an Aquarius, I feel misunderstood by the world, but as a Sagittarius, you must feel extra because the whole world doesn't even know that they're misunderstanding you because you're so nice. You're not gonna be like, well, you're not nice. You're honest, but you're so real. Like, nobody pays attention to the fact that you're so misunderstood, and I feel like y'all fly under the radar with that. I would like to learn how, because sometimes I would like to fly under the radar, but it's like you're so misunderstood, and yet you're so good at communicating. That's it. You're good at communicating with people that, like, in such a way that they don't even realize that they've been misunderstanding you as a character, you as a person. It's like somebody could know you for fucking 25, 50 years and never actually know you. You know, like, that's an art, man. Like, they could be in the exact same room as you every day for 25 years and never fucking know who you are. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down and take time in nature, right? If you've been feeling called to, like, go out into nature, go exploring, play in the water, climb some trees, whatever you do, I feel like that's a great idea. I feel like slowing down your life from, like, this fast pace, trying to live it all up at once, you know, it will be good for you to go and just enjoy some present moment time. Allow experience to happen to you. Allow life to happen to you. Be open to new opportunities, new doors that are opening up for you. You're in the magician energy right now, so just let magic happen, you know? Let magic happen. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.